Om Namah Shivaya. Episode 91, Chapter 16, verses 4 to 6. Asuri Sampat. The characteristics of Asuri Sampat are told here so that we know what to avoid. The idea is that in the avoidance of Asuri Sampat, Devi Sampat is also cultivated. Internal conflict at our mental level are spoken as the conflict between the Devas and Asuras. All conflicts first happen at our mental level and then it is expressed externally. The Mahabharata war, which Arjuna is facing, is because of Duryodhana's thinking, which is called Asuri Sampat. Every one of us have some measure of Devi and Asuri Sampat. The Asuri Sampat is being detailed here only to understand what it is. In verse 4, Sri Krishna says, O Arjuna, the one who is born in the wealth of an Asura, Abhijatasya Partha, Asurim Sampadam, first has hypocrisy, Damba. Here hypocrisy is with reference to righteousness, Dharma. When we have hypocrisy, we claim we follow righteousness. Our actions are noble, but it is not for the benefit of others, but for our self-recognition. For example, in giving charity, our aim is not charity, but to build up our self-image. In fact, we are investing money for our self-promotion. This is hypocrisy. Second, pride, darpa, a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from our own achievement as compared to those with whom we are closely associated. Not understanding that many external factors contributed towards our achievement, like our family, friends, the environment, and most of all, Ishvara's grace. This is called pride. Third, an exaggerated opinion of oneself or demanding respect from others, abhimanas cha. Fourth, anger, krodha. When we are not able to accomplish something, there is anguish born of disappointment, and this anguish can develop into anger. Once we are angry, we forget what is to be done and what is not to be done. We continue doing the same action that brought about the anger before. This behavior is destructive not only to ourselves but also to others. Fifth, and indeed, harshness in speech, parusham evacha, talking in a manner that is hurtful to others, like being sarcastic, using words without any sensitivity for their damage. That is why we pray every day, may our speech be always sweet. And sixth, improper discrimination, ajnanam cha. Here we are referring to ignorance with reference to right and wrong action. This is moral decay, where we justify unethical business practices. Due to our improper discrimination, we pressure ourselves to become rich due to our wrong conclusion that money will provide security. Naturally, there is confusion of values, and further confusion of priorities. When we understand these Asuri qualities and avoid them, divine qualities will flourish. Verse 5, Sri Krishna says, Devi Sampat is for moksha and Asuri Sampat perpetuate bondage. First, the accomplishment of Devi Sampat is for freedom, for moksha. Devi Sampat vimokshaya. Nobody wants to be free from something that is desirable. Freedom implies a bondage, without which there is no freedom. This bondage can be physical and also emotional. The entire physical world, including our body, mind, senses, should not bind us. This freedom that we are seeking is freedom from the notion that we are bound, which is expressed as we are a lacking person, we are limited, we are mortals, we are other than Ishvara, etc. The moment we see ourselves different from Ishvara, different from Brahman, there is fear, there is a sense of bondage. Only when there is no division, we are free from everything. This is moksha. Devi Sampat is the basis for the knowledge of Brahman that releases us from samsara. Second, the wealth of an asura is considered to be bondage. Nibantaya Asuri Mata. Asuri Sampat does not create bondage because the notion of bondage already exists. But with the characteristics of Asuri Sampat, this bondage is perpetuated. To be released from samsara, we require Devi Sampat. And to remain in samsara, we require Asuri Sampat. Whenever we make a division like this, we wonder in which category we belong. This self-judgment is our natural tendency. Third, Sri Krishna says, do not grieve Arjuna, ma sucha Pandava. You are born of spiritual wealth. Devim Sampadam Abhijata Asi. When we analyze ourselves, we will find that we have some Devi Sampat and some Asuri Sampat. Sri Krishna does not want Arjuna to have any doubt about his qualification. So he says, as the son of Panda, a great man, you have all the virtues of a deva to equip yourself for moksha. Now, Sri Krishna is going to speak about Asuri Sampat. This portion is very relevant to modern thinking. The whole corporate mentality and market psychology is Asuri Sampat. The corporate mentality is expressed as, today I achieve this, tomorrow I will achieve that. The psychology of the market is how to convince someone to part with their money. All these are going to be discussed in this Asuri Sampat. In verse 6, Sri Krishna continues. First, since the beginning of creation, in this world, there are two types of human beings. Dvau Bhuta Sargau Loke Asmin. Those who belong to the divine and those who are Asuras. Deva Asura Eva Cha. And this can be seen very easily as since birth people have certain tendencies. Of these two types, the qualities of the devas have been extensively spoken of. Deva Vistarasa Prokta in verses 1 to 3. Second, now Sri Krishna says, listen to me, Arjuna, as he is going to give a detailed description of all the qualities of an Asura. Asuram Partha me shrinu. Generally, when we draw a person's attention like this, it is to say something positive. But here, Sri Krishna is inviting Arjuna to listen to the qualities of an Asura in order to avoid them. It is important to know the don'ts as the do's here. Till the end of this chapter, the Asuri Sampat is going to be elaborately told, because only when we understand them clearly, it is possible to give them up. At verse 6, we shall take a break, and next Sri Krishna will elaborate on the Asuri Sampat. Please like, subscribe, and share these episodes with your friends and loved ones. So till then, Om Namah Shivaya.